What's happening, what's happening, what's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-High Radio shouting. Hey, man, I got friend and family members stepping off in the show. Big Stevo, Jamal Gravy, Woolen in this thing. What's good with it, fellas?
What's happening? Going on the grind.
I mean, I understand the grind. I mean, trust nobody. Streaming everywhere. Going crazy right now as we speak. I mean, you just stay in a movie in this thing, Grave. I mean, talk to me, boss.
Just work, that's all. Just work.
Exactly, man. I mean, part two, you and Fat Boy getting back together on this thing, man. I mean, what was it like teaming up with him and putting out another banger?
Well, I don't think we shot did we? Yeah, we did. I'm so busy working on part 3, but yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's good. It's always good. It's always got another twist to it.
Exactly. I mean, as far as the storytelling and stuff like that, man, I mean, how you feeling about that when you go in there, you cranking the movie up and you seeing the plot thickening there?
Always. You know, that's the writer's standpoint. You know what I mean?
Now, how much of you do you bring to the script, though, too? Are you just a script reader in that thing, Grave, or are you bringing some flavor in there as well?
Nah, I just read it and just deliver what I can bring to the table.
I'm with you on that. Stevo, I mean, talk to me, boss. I mean, you over here doing businesses left and right, as always. What's going on the business side, man?
Man, it's getting it done, man. Trust Nobody, too. It was a great movie. I was looking at Ricardo Moore and Gravy being a little humble. He actually put a little, helped the twist out. So what part of it? But actually made the twist a little better. We were sitting there. He's like, let's do it this way. So Gravy do be getting insides here and there. But man, about that, man, we just been grinding, man. Just knocking this Trust Nobody 2 out. And man, I think people been loving it so far, man. We're going crazy about it.
I mean, on the independent side of the film thing, though, Stevo, I mean, what is that like for you just moving the culture forward and keeping the content rolling in this thing, man?
Man, it's been great, man. I've been in the music game before.
Yeah.
And I just say I wish I would have did this a lot sooner.
Yeah.
You know, you betting on yourself, you know what I mean? And especially when you get a chance to work with people like Gravy and Bianca and Fat Boy.
Yeah.
People that make things easier, you know what I'm saying? Real talent that really want it. So, you know, you ain't got to worry about putting your money out there and somebody not participating, you know.
Exactly. So I mean, Gravy, working all the damn time though, man. I mean, what has that been like for you staying busy as hell in this thing,
Hey, man, that's just God. God doing what he got in store for me. That's all. Just working hard. Shout out to Swift. Shout out to Beezy, man, shooting and doing an excellent job, man. Beezy and the whole staff, man. Word.
I mean, for you though, Gravy, as far as the production side of it, do you like to get behind the camera and do some work as well, or you just keep it in front of that thing?
I like to play both sides if I'm allowed to, because sometimes I can see the floor a little different than others, so it works out. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Shout out to Money Makers, of course, and shout out to Dirty Game.
Exactly.
Big tune, you already know.
I mean, when you speak of money makers, you know we got to go there again, Gravy. I mean, what's going on the music side, boss?
Oh, yeah, we working. We got some music coming, and we also got part 2 coming, DG2 on the way. Kente, shout out to Kente and Shooter.
Exactly. Now, I mean, maneuvering around down here, hey, where y'all shooting these movies? Are y'all shooting them in Atlanta? Where y'all at with it?
I'm in Milwaukee. I shoot most of my films in Milwaukee. I just shot one in Detroit. Shout out to TT and her studios over there. But yeah, so I shoot most of mine in Milwaukee.
So y'all shot Trust Nobody in Milwaukee?
Yes. Yeah.
What is that like shooting in Milwaukee, man?
Milwaukee is good. Detroit is good. Atlanta is good. We just shoot wherever we got to go to shoot at.
Exactly. Stevo, I want you to talk to me about that Milwaukee movement, though. Because, see, you know, it took me a minute to put the dots together. And Atlanta got a heavy Milwaukee influence down here. Whether it's you, Pimpin' Ken, Jerry Smoking B, Derek Harper, all y'all guys came out of Milwaukee, man.
There's just the Freaknik.
So that's what brought it down. See that? Goddamn. So that's what brought it down right there.
Brought everybody came from the Freaknik and packed up and moving on out here.
Exactly.
Or went to college out here, some of the Morehouse or something like that.
Come on.
Yeah.
So now when it came to the business side of stuff, though, man, I mean, what was it that made you say, let me do films? And then also with the branded stuff at the same time with Boosie, can you speak a little bit to that on how the hell you got Boosie linked up with the liquor and y'all co-own that thing together?
Basically, me and Boosie been knowing each other way back, right before he went to jail. You know, he came to my hometown, and I made him like 20, 30,000 in about an hour, 2 hours tops. So we got out of jail. He came looking for me, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So we hooked up. And actually, I had moved to Atlanta for like 2 years. So we created Boosie Juice right in his house as soon as he got out of jail. we left that alone, started our own cognac, which is Macartier. So basically, we were working like that, with book deals. Me and Boosie been working together for a long time, cologne deals, chip deals, rap snacks.
Yeah.
So we did that, which came after we did the Macartier, which we invented the tequila called Ricardo Amor, which you see in all the Tubi films.
Yeah.
Atlanta been showing so much love about it because it's black owned. And I think that's my mother, which is Ricardo Love.
Yeah.
And it's, man, we killing the street. No more Patron, support your own. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Come on now. I mean, being independent too at the same time, just black owned and working together, without having to go through Hollywood, man. How y'all both loving that?
Oh, you see, I got my Water Boys hat on because they catch me every time I'm at the light. So I show them all the love in the world. But the struggle is real. Keep it real, and this, if you can give back. Stay humble.
Exactly. Being in Atlanta, because you based in Atlanta now, ain't you, Graven? So, I mean, what is that like for you maneuvering post-COVID in this thing? I mean, did everything get back to normal, or was it still a little slow out here?
I don't think it was never, with Atlanta, I don't think nothing was slowed down. I think,
Facts. We had 2 weeks, and that was it.
I think, yeah, man, Atlanta, they ain't never been a fan of the mask.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is.
Now, for you coming out of New York, we've been having some hip-hop debates in this thing, Gravy, and I'm going to have to bring you into one. I had to cuss a nigga out the other day. It was about the Wu-Tang Clan and the Dungeon Family. Which team was stronger?
Well, I mean, you can't even argue those type of points because, if I'm from Atlanta, I'm going with the Dungeon Family. If I'm from New York, I'm going with, Wu-Tang. So it's always good debates. That's all it is. Like, everybody stand on their own. You know what I mean? Detroit, stand with Detroit. What up, though? Milwaukee ride with Milwaukee. Chicago ride with Chicago. Brooklyn ride with New York. You know what I mean? We all, the same thing.
That's because he's from the East Coast. I'm from Milwaukee. I'm gonna give it to you.
Who you got, Stevo?
Dungeon had them uplifting hits.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang, I don't think as bigger as a group worldwide because that karate shit and all that. I liked the Method Man, Raekwon was like two. I really liked that, the whole group really. I wasn't a big Wu-Tang fan, but I fuck with Method, I fuck with Raekwon.
Yeah.
But when it came to them big songs, like feel-good songs, I don't give it to the Dungeon Family.
Yeah.
But a bigger influence is a group that made a mark with the gear and I'm gonna have to give it to Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang, them damn Wu-Tang shirts went all over the damn world. It ain't a nigga alive that ain't put on a Wu-Tang shirt. No, but I gotta go with the damn DF. That's where I'm at with it. I'm Dungeon Family. But okay, Gravy, what's the music that you like, man?
I'm East Coast all day long. I mean, I'm everything really.
Who inspired you the most though, man?
It had to be Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, LL Cool J.
Okay.
Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, Garris One, Fat Joe, Busta. I mean, it's so many when you come to New York, man. It's legendary. It's iconic.
I mean, being that you was able to get your legendary self on at the same time, were you able to bump heads with any of these people, man?
Yeah. I mess with the whole industry.
And what is that like? What was that like for you before Biggie and then post Biggie and Tupac and stuff like that?
It's all love, man. Sometimes God will walk you through the journey. I mean, I think if I wasn't Gravy, I wouldn't have been able to play big. You know what I'm saying? So if it wasn't for the steps of the music game and running around with Fendi and doing all the things I needed to do at that time, and Chris Lighty and all the people who played a part in my journey, Kevin Lyles and Leo, and I mean everybody, man. Whoever was in my journey at that time helped me get to that level to be able to play big. You know what I'm saying?
Moving on after that, how much hell do you catch in these streets when folks see you? Do they say, okay, that's Biggie, and not let you ride? Or how do you live with that?
That's cool, man. People just love to work. That's all.
Yeah.
So we just give them the work. But, people know Gravy, too. I mean, it's
exactly
50-50, but just work. You know what I'm saying?
But nowadays, I know niggas know both of them, but the kids, you see what I'm saying? When they
kids play both sides, too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So now with that being said, Stevo, working with folks like Gravy and putting these movies, Fat Boy and everybody else together, man, I mean, how do y'all go about casting these movies and figuring out exactly who's the right folks for each part?
When you're writing, you got a certain person in your mind that you're writing about.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because we all know Gravy for playing Biggie.
Yeah.
But what got my attention was his role in Barbershop. He was the gang member, the Vice Lord gang member. he was a laid back but gangster, and that's what Bricks was all about.
Yeah.
So that's why I picked him for that role. And the way we had us meet, it made sense. It was, he came and do a party. We ended up talking business, and we've been cool ever since.
Exactly.
But then Fat Boy, crazy about the thing about Fat Boy, I didn't know who he was on social media. I met him in New York doing a cologne deal for Boosie.
Damn.
And he wanted to meet Boosie. He came and it was like, this guy, Fat Boy, SSE. I was like, I wasn't paying no attention. Okay, but how he was acting in that meeting, he was so wild up and hype. I said, damn, I might use him for a role. And later on, we got together. So it was crazy. I didn't know him from Fat Boy social media. I met him behind doors at a meeting in New Jersey.
Exactly.
So God works in mysterious ways.
I mean, handling your business though, Stevo. I mean, what advice do you got for somebody that wants to get into the game, that want to produce movies, want to get their hands into the liquor business, want to get their hands into the media business at the same time? How do you, navigate that yourself, and what advice do you have for the next man trying to do the same?
Basically come with a plan and then study that plan. Like, just don't jump into something. Like, you want to do liquor, look at all the licensing rules to take the creative liquor, what I mean? Don't go out there and spend a lot of money on something not knowing how to put it together the legal way. Because you get to the finish line before you learn the legal stuff, you be stuck.
Yeah.
And do it the movie, even like myself, I'm still learning, but really like go on YouTube and take some classes and really learn the steps of really behind the scenes of the movie. Not just the acting itself and the writing, but things that make a movie come together. You save yourself a lot of money.
Come on now. Gravy, what advice do you got for the folks out here, man?
Just be you, man. You should just believe in yourself. Put God first. That's number one. And then number two, believe in yourself and go make your moves.
What was the time that you had to believe in yourself the most, though, Gravy, to get up through there? And was there ever a time where you like, I don't know about this one?
Nah, I always believed in myself.
Okay.
I always believed in myself. So, I had great parents. So
break that, and that's what I want you to go into too, man. Yeah. What was it about the parenting style that allowed you to have that kind of self-confidence?
Well, parenting now is different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These kids are allowed to do whatever they want to do, really. I mean, you hit a kid the wrong way now, you're going to jail. But, where I come from, we used to get them ass whippings, you know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
That shit kept us in check.
Exactly.
So now, it's like you almost need it back because now, you know what I mean? But, you got all these people, like, man, Adrian Peterson, when he had hit his son, he had that bruise. You know what I mean? The people step in. So it's different now, you know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, speaking of parenting, Ja Moran's out here acting a fool as we speak. I mean, what were y'all thoughts on that when Ja just says, you know what, I need to show my gun every chance I get?
Terrible, man. To me.
And what do you think? Why do you think he's doing it? And do you think he's gonna run into a brick wall and mess up all this money?
He could be working for Chick-fil-A.
Come on.
Keep it up, you know what I mean?
And then it goes back to the company you keep around.
And it goes back to parenting. Same thing.
And that's what I wanted to get into, man.
And the company you keep around you too, because you gotta remember, even though it's his fault for showing the gun, but how about his homeboy for taping that? You know what I mean? Come on, man. This the bag. This the family. Instead of taping it and encouraging him to do it, you're supposed to be telling him, hey, man, what are you doing that stupid shit for?
Exactly. You about to fuck up all the goddamn monies.
So a real homie gonna tell you that, like, dog, you on some dumb shit. You know what I mean? That game banging ain't where it's at, man. Where you at? People is dying to get to a position you in.
Exactly.
Love to be where you at, and you just want to throw it away because you got a couple of dollars and you want to just have a little fun.
Come on.
So the home was about people you keep around you is very important.
Exactly. As a star, man, having that light on you, how do you navigate stardom and fame and keep yourself from pulling a Ja Morant every 5 damn minutes?
I mean, I don't make stupid moves, man. You know what I mean? That's a stupid move. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he know it. He ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's what make it more harder because we know you ain't stupid, my nigga. You just making bad decisions.
Come
on. You know what I
on.
mean? Got a bunch of yes men around you, and that's just how it go.
Yeah.
But once his daddy get it under his skin enough, and start playing daddy instead of homeboy, it'll work itself out.
But answer me this, though, too, man. When you get that kind of stardom and fame at the same time, do you get to a point to where can't nobody tell you nothing? Like Kanye
I ain't been there. I ain't been there with 250 on my reach. Like I can get that 3 times over.
Yeah.
He young. He can get it 3 times. He get the extension, get the max. You know what I mean?
I think I can get to you just like anybody from the streets. You get a cat that's hustling in the street. He gets his first $200,000 or $300,000. He changed all the way around. Started fighting the clubs and pouring liquor on the ground, just doing stupid stuff.
Exactly.
So I think you ain't never had nothing. Nobody ever taught you how to have something. I think it can get to you.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, it still falls on you.
Now, Stevo, as a manager for Coo Coo, man, I mean, we celebrating 50 years of hip-hop in this thing. Break down what Coo Coo brought to the game, and then also him standing up for Milwaukee at the same time.
Oh, man, he had a number one single on the chart for 6 weeks straight.
Yeah.
No matter what they want to say about him, he did that, you know.
Exactly.
And he put the city on the map. Like, ain't nobody did it yet out of Milwaukee, you know. The closest to that was, like, Baby Drew. But besides that, Cookow, my projects is a known single, a worldwide respected single. And I'm waiting for somebody out in the city to do it. I hope I'm pushing for somebody else to come through and beat that moment. But it was great, man.
How the hell y'all get out of Milwaukee?
That's a crazy story, man. I'm gonna tell you, it was a God-given song. Like, we was at the end almost, and we had a remix to a Mac 10 song that we had on Coo Coo Cow album called Walking Dead album. Him and Mac 10 got a song. It was gonna be a remix to that. My guy definitely wanted to do the remix, so Cal's had the song in his head, and we did it. My guy Tabari from Jive Records came and heard it, took it up there to Jive.
Yeah.
They're finna sign Petey Pablo or Coo Coo Cal. They weren't Petey Pablo, but this guy Jamal was there, and he's heard it. He ran over to Tommy Boy with Cypher Sounds, and history was made.
A G to a key with rap a lot, man. I mean, speak about that partnership over there.
Oh, man, we actually, it was crazy. They came to me and my cousin Do It to Death. We was all chilling, and they had no money to get down there. So I gave them some money, and my guy Do It to Death, my cousin Do It to Death gave him the name right then and there, like, call yourself a key to a G. Because Big Chief called him, like, get down here. So we gave him some money to go down there, man, and it worked out. Scarface fucked with him and kept him. It was crazy.
Come on now. Back on the 50 years of hip-hop, though, Gravy. I gotta hit you. Hell Up in Harlem, DJ K. Slade.
Yeah, R.I.P. K. Slade, man.
Can you speak on linking up with that legend right there, man, and what that was like?
That was great. That was in New York, man. He was doing his thing in Harlem. K. Slade was my man. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. K. Slade and Chris Lighty, word.
The impact that he had on the game, though, man. And then were you able to get any game from him through working with him?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I was giving him game.
Break it down, Grave.
Yeah, I was giving a lot of people game in my time.
Well, give us some game, man. Give us some so we can take some with us.
Yeah, ain't no more free game.
See, okay.
We done with free game.
Come on now, I ain't mad at that either.
Yeah, we done with free game. For real.
But now, I still need you to go into DJ K. Slade, though, man. With him not even being here, right now, all we have are the memories, man.
Yeah,
so somebody that was able
man.
to do his thing with him, man. I mean, can you speak on that?
Yeah, K. Slade was that dude, man. We had a wonderful time, man, doing what he do. I mean, he had a lane.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, man. Big Cap, R.I.P. Big Cap. All the greats, man. I mean, you know what I mean? Shout out to Clue, shout out to Envy, shout out to all the street legends who was doing it and iconic figures at that time, especially when I was doing it, you know what I mean? The Big Mics, the Cut Master C's.
Yeah.
I mean, the list go on and on, man. K just had that, that drama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just loved drama out, you know what I mean?
Come on.
He did it, you know what I mean? And him and Pat Poose, they was going hard. They was going hard.
Yeah.
And he brought all the Manos and murders. Like, he just loved the streets, man. So we know the streets love him, too.
When it comes to hip-hop, how do you feel about the state of hip-hop right now, though, Grave?
Oh, I love it, man.
Break it down.
I'm in the car right now bumping that new Money Bag Yo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't lose with Money Bag, at all. Yeah.
It's called Hard to Love.
Come on.
That thing fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That thing fire. And I mess with everybody, Lil Baby, everybody. Anybody that's hot, I'm listening to. You know what I mean? There's no one other the other. You hot, you hot. It don't matter where you from.
Yeah.
You hot, you hot. They ain't got no barriers. There's no limit.
With both of y'all being some bosses and working all the time, when you ain't working, what are you doing for it, fellas?
Oh, I ain't even in that topic. I'm working, man. I ain't even in that topic. I ain't too much going on for what I'm trying to accomplish to be laid back.
Mental health then. How do you keep your head in the game then, Grave?
Working keep me good. Like me not working is not good for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some people can handle, chilling and relaxing around the house all day. I can't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My wife will tell you that.
Come on now.
They let you know like 2 or 3 days he cranky as hell. Like I don't like sitting around feeling like I'm missing a dollar.
I'm with you though. I'm with you on that.
Every day I should be making $1. You feel me?
I was with that. I felt that way a lot too. So I just seen my father in the hospital this last week, and that kind of like changed my thoughts because I always worked hard. I remember my mama died in my arms, and I still was working. And my wife was telling me like, you go too hard. And I'm looking now this last week, the man who raised me. I'm kind of like, I probably started to take vacation. Matter of fact, my auntie husband told me that you should at least take 3 vacations a year. Cause I'm like great. I'm steady working, but now I'm in a state of mind. Now it's like I'm gonna at least take 3 for myself. Vacation a year. I always do 1 or 2, but it's 3 for myself. Cause even when I'm on vacation, the phone ringing. If it's like Gravy says $1, what's happening? Where you at?
I'm with y'all both on that because I had that same goddamn problem myself. It's called being a workaholic and a grinder. You can't help it. It's like, okay, if it's money on the table.
Even if it ain't money, though, the love of it. See, I do what I love to do, so it ain't never really no work.
I'm
to
with you
others,
on that
it might
too.
be work because they ain't in love with it.
That's true too. I love to talk, as y'all can see, because I always got some shit to say. You see what I'm saying? But there's some days, though, when my mind is not in the game, and I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm about to go this motherfucking talk. But you know what? Is working therapeutic for you too?
Yeah, it's a beautiful
You
thing.
see what I'm saying? Do it get your mind off of it, but then in the same breath, burnout.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I mean, God ain't gonna never give you too much for you not to be able to withstand. You know what I'm saying? That burnout. Ain't no such thing as burnout. You can never have too much money, and you can never have too much enjoyment. So it's just about what makes you happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just like being with my people and putting them in position.
Well, then I got to ask both of y'all this then. What about during COVID when it did have to stop for like at least 2 weeks and wasn't nobody going out the house? It was a doggone...
I was home for 3 months and I enjoyed it.
You see what I'm saying? What did that do to you just being able to sit
chilling with my
down after
daughter.
all of that time and catch up with folks?
Chilling with my daughter.
Man, that was the best time to work. Write the movies,
Yeah.
promoting
I
ideas.
worked too. I worked through COVID too, but I spent 3 months before I went out, but still brought the family tighter. You know what I mean? You got closer to your family and loved ones. So,
Come on.
There's a lot of divorces that was doing that.
Yeah, dudes getting divorced out here too now.
Yeah.
Both of y'all spoke of y'all wives, though. Can y'all talk about the roles that they play in y'all careers and how they help out just on the home front and the business front?
Well, I mean, I think every man need a good woman. You know what I'm saying? I've always been surrounded by goodness, and my lifetime was blessed. You know what I'm saying? But I went through my ups and downs like everybody else do. You know what I'm saying? But when you find the one, you'll know. You know what I'm saying? When you'll know by the way,
Well,
And this is about keeping that peace. You know what I mean?
on now.
Once you find somebody who can respect your peace and respect your space, you cool. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
my wife is the best, man. With great blessing, stand behind me 100%. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me don't try to block none of my hard work. Like you got to stay home or be home more. She's like, go get it. You know what I mean? Trust her with my life. You know what I'm saying? So she's been a real blessing to me, and a real soldier, whatever I do. So Sharon's been a real blessing to me. Mine's been, especially me coming from being a playboy. So I didn't know I was missing. You know what I mean?
See, I can't with your shit, Stevo. Because, see, I kind of want to promote that as well because there's a lot of players out here, but I don't think folks understand.
I don't care how much you play. You got to have that one.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? God bless me with that one. Like, there's no stopping me from that one I got. You know what I mean?
Before the fame or after the fame, did you meet her?
In the middle. Because she still didn't even study that. All the Biggie shit and all the money shit. She had her own. So she didn't really care about that. You know what I'm saying? So she ain't never cared about paper. Yeah. She been getting paper.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that you see, that's the way a lot of young fellas get it mixed up. Like, they think it's all about the paper, not with the real ones. When you got a real one, she gonna hold you down whether you broke, up, down, whatever, be there for you, whatever.
Come on.
They might complain a little bit about certain shit. You know what I mean?
That's what they do.
Yeah, I mean, a woman gonna do that regardless.
That's what they do.
But when they holding you down, man, that loyalty,
Yeah.
you can't find that no more. So if you ain't,
Not at all.
if you ain't, you know what I mean, you don't get that part, and you just looking at a nice fat ass, a Barbie, something that look good, but she broke.
Come on.
And you on your own. You
Come
dig?
on.
And I'm telling you, like the saying, mine. I mean, when I was like 21, tricked me the first piece of pussy I ever ate. I was a player. I said I ain't eat no pussy. She tricked me. But besides that, we left each other for a while. 20 years off and on, just being friends. And I'm gonna tell you what really, really, I've been on shit special. You know what I'm saying? And hang with Pippa Kid and everybody. I've been around the world.
Yeah.
So I come back and the other day I was at the hospital, man. I seen her interacting with my father, man. I knew it was one of the reasons why I loved her, like for that. When like Gravy said, what about no bodies and all that. She's pretty and everything. But she always had her own, 800 credit score and everything, better than mine. So, but it's her thing. The little things she do and be there for me. That's what you're looking for.
Exactly.
And I had all the rest, all that pretty bodies and loud talking and freaky nights. But a good friend is hard to find. A real friend.
Exactly. When it comes to the business, though, fellas, the business of this music industry, it can be cutthroat at times. How have y'all been able
all the time,
all the damn time? How have y'all been able to navigate that, man?
You just gotta learn. You gotta learn. You gotta be in it to win it. You know what I'm saying? I started at 19, so you know what I'm saying. I'm 47 now, so I learned more than enough to know who's what and who's gonna do the right thing and which deal is structured.
Yeah.
We know all the ins and outs. You know what I'm saying? Get you good lawyers. I've been with the best of those, and I done had a taste of everything.
Good lawyer,
man. I done had from Peter Theo to Stoudemire to I done had the best of everything, man. Chris Lighty to the Mark Pittses to the Wayne Barrows to the Sylvia Rones to the Kevin Lyles to the Leos to the I done been through everything and everybody, man, who was somebody.
Working with Chris Lighty, I'm about to come back to you, Steve, on that too. But working with Chris Lighty, what was that like working with him as well, man?
Well, that was the man. Violator Record. Shout out to Mona Scott. She was the queen as well. And I learned a lot. Learned a lot through Chris Lighty and Mike Lighty and Dave Lighty and Jonathan Lighty. And, the fam. You know what I mean? We ran through it, man. We ran. He got me my first check. Got me my first flight to Miami. Big up to Fendi for doing that.
Yeah.
And making that. Seeing the vision. Coming from Brooklyn, coming from the projects, and just shout out to LG coming from my projects, and then hitting Miami and seeing a palm tree the first time from a nigga from the hood. It's different. It's different, very different.
I'm with you on that. Steve-O, the business side. Because, see, also, too, you a numbers guy. Yeah. So, how the hell are you keeping them numbers above board at the same time?
I'm going to tell you, man, like Gravy, but I really come from the era of really selling CDs out to Trump. So, being independent and then going to these corporate world, having people like Master P and Dr. Dre steal some of my music samples. I try to prove it, but that's the whole thing. But you know it from Priority. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you one of the worst and best things that me happened. Shouts out to my man Eddie O's getting signed to Tammy Boy and going through that transition, man. It taught me everything about business like I went to college. Even though we got the worst end of the deal, I can say. Yeah. We always kept all my publishing and stuff. I was smart enough to do that. But just seeing how they move and how they put a $700,000 bill on you with just 2 cars in the video. All the crooked shit you see, you learn. But I learned everything from there. So now when I went to the liquor game, it's like, how can you sell liquor so easy? Because I know about distribution. I know how to go find a distributor. I know how to go market this. And then when it comes to the movie side, man, I'm more of a beast in the office now because I've been through the fuckery. Yeah. Y'all can't fuck with me no more. Yeah. All my shit, you know what I mean? I'm in the argument every day. I'm talking with the big boys. That's how it's going to go. Yeah. I spend my own money. Y'all ain't giving me no money. Y'all ain't advance me no money. It's my money. So you work for me, really. Yeah. I'm making you money. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm coming in and doing things that they ain't never seen done on the marketing side. And they supposed to be the big boys. Yeah. So with stuff like that, so I say going through that transition really was like you said, it was fuckery because like you said, the game is fuckery. But it taught me so much that now it's like now I'm beastry. But and it also made me treat people right. Like they even tell you, anybody around and tell you that I do fair business. Yeah. Just because I see them people fuck people so much with people with talent that really helping you grow. And I can't stand shit like that.
When you saw a $700,000 bill for 2 cars, I mean, how did that play out?
Man, go to Coo Coo Cal on YouTube and look up How I Feel to You. I mean, we had a Happy Days looking video. All I know, it ended up became a bill that $800,000. Say you owe $800,000. I'm like, for what? 3 cars, a porno star, in an old Happy Days restaurant? With the LA, man, they put the fuckery down. Oh my God. That took me the business right there, you know what I mean? Yeah. My projects was $100,000 and they shot it in our neighborhood. I said, remember this real video, they had to bring the cranes out. Yeah, exactly. So make it look like it's a big production. Yeah. Oh, fuckery.
Oh my God. Okay, so then with that being said, what were the lessons when you look back on it? What was the biggest lesson that you learned early on as a young man that stuck with you moving forward?
Having patience, time, patience and time, learning the game. Because I think about us rushing through a lot of. I rushed through a lot of things and made a lot of mistakes. But I think without the mistakes I made, I wouldn't know what I'm doing right now. So I think that was the greatest lesson, making all the mistakes I made.
Me, I'm gonna say this crazy story. Knowing what you want. There's 2 deals I had. One was with Leo Cora, right? Cole. I met him in the elevator. He's like, come meet me in my office. We get there at a Baby Juice song. He said, what you want? I'm sitting up there like, I just got the Tommy Boy situation, right? So I ain't thinking about fuckeries. Talked to my lawyer.
Yeah.
That fucked me up. And then I went to Warlock. I only remember Warlock Records. So it's the mob, remember? Yeah. So we sit in there. He come in with a deal. I said, ain't enough money. You know what I mean? I couldn't sell the album. I came to him. He gave me the contract again. He's like, I showed him, I said, man, you gave me this contract before. He said, I don't know who gave you this. So knowing when to seize on something and know what you want. The important thing in life, y'all, is to know what you want when you're in these business meetings. Exactly. Even when you go to the bank and have some money, know what you want. And that's the hardest thing people don't understand.
Exactly. Okay, so with that being said, fellas, new projects on the way and other things that y'all working on. What do y'all want y'all fans and supporters to know about?
Just you know, get off your ass and make something happen, man. I don't like lazy niggas or lazy women.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Just make something happen, man. We got all the lanes in the world to show you independently how you can make some paper, man. You ain't always gotta wait for the major. You ain't always gotta have a big time $40 million budget, fast and furious, man. You can do your own thing, man. Yeah. You know, we got the tools, you have the assets and everything, using your phone and YouTube and Tubi and Pluto TV and Hulu. I mean, you have so many outlets to do so many things.
Come on.
I mean, you got women doing lip gloss and all these TV shows, and just brand yourself, become a brand. Push yourself out. Like I said, man, shout out to my right-hand man, good shooter. You know, shout out to Kente, the big homie, the OG. Money Maker Records. Shout out to Swift. Shout out to Stevo. Shout out to D. Shout out to everybody, man. Chandrella. Shout out to Deja. Crossover 2 on the way. Shout out to Heavy Part 2 on the way. Shout out to everybody, man. Trust Nobody 3 on the way. We just finished shooting that. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to City of Gods, my man Ra. Shout out to Watch Your Back, Detroit. Shout out to Lisa Brown. Shout out to everybody that I mess with, man. I mess with so many people, I can't even remember how many movies. But shout out to only a few fans getting ready to come out. We just shot me and my man Shannon in Houston. Shout out to Slim Thug, Thugger already, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Everybody and somebody doing their thing, man. Perfect and Picture Perfect. And shout out to everybody, man. Everybody who's doing something, especially Detroit, Krista the Doll, Kiva, DeMarcus Harvey.
What up,
man? Everybody, man. Trick, Detroit. You already know. Diesel. Everybody, man, because I hate missing shout-outs, man. And without everybody, man, we wouldn't be nothing without each other. You know what I mean? So shout out to the Dirty D. Shout out to Murder. You know what I mean? McGraw Ave. You know what I'm saying? So just stay tuned to all the new films that's coming, man. We on top of their head, for real.
Now. Come on, Stevo, get in there.
Hey, you know, me and Beezy. Shout out to Beezy, been there frying it up. So we got Trust Nobody 1 on Amazon Prime and Tubi. So you watch that first, you watch Trust Nobody 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I got a great movie called Unfair Exchange with Jeremy Meeks, the Harvest Market, Adrian Baggers, a great movie on Amazon Prime and Tubi. I'm finna drop one called The Hole in the Wall with a bunch of comedians. People from here like Jesse McDonald, Fredro, Rhonda Don, Baby Drew, Kelly Kell, Cheating Ass Myra. It's a whole big cast. Gravy in there's a big cast for that one.
Yeah.
We're doing that.
We working.
Like I said, we're doing Trust Nobody 3. We're just finishing up. Also, you know, Get At Us Murder. Me and Gravy trying to put something together called Tied by Blood.
Okay.
We're going to throw that out there. Besides that, on the liquor tip, I got the Ricardo More Tequila.
Yeah,
got Reposado, Aneo, the best and smoothest tequila around.
Okay,
I got
then.
a great wine called Midnight Love, black-owned wine. I'm from France.
Okay, then.
And also me and Boosie got the Bacardier.
Yeah.
Greatest, best cognac, killing Hennessy. I mean, it's so damn smooth.
Yeah.
And it's the first apple cognac ever made. First apple cognac, not a liqueur, a real apple cognac.
Yeah, see, we got a lot going on. Shout out to Philly, Unexposed. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Her Lies and His Secret stage play.
Yeah.
You know, and just let's look out for all that, man. Shout out to my man Dibs, Love Juliet. You know what I'm saying? Get Close, all those, man. All the people that I mess with that DG2, you already know, Dirty Gang, go check that out.
Yes, sir.
And like I said, man, we'll be in Greensboro and Charlotte doing His Lies and Her Secrets. We'll be out there shooting the stage play with that.
That's
Shout out to all my people doing that. That's amazing. We'll be in
All About a
Greensboro
Check
and
too,
Charlotte.
Swift. We got.
Give me
I
the
swear, All About a Check. I'm gonna get my acting debut on All About a Check. Swift.
All About a check. Swift, what up?
They
Wait,
got me
wait.
acting.
The difference between behind that camera and on that stage, man. How's that stage going?
It's just no cutting.
Okay.
So you can't get up there and play with
And
it.
drop the ball.
Nah, we don't never drop no balls. Nah, hell no. We Aaron Rodgers. You
Come
heard?
on now. Come on.
Yeah, we ain't dropping no balls.
I'm with you, man.
Right.
I'm with you.
But yeah, shout out to everybody, man. Make sure y'all come out to Greensboro. I think it's the 23rd, 24th, and 25th, and we'll be in Charlotte with His Lies and Her Secrets. So, you know what I mean? We working, gang.
Okay, then.
Hey,
Excellent.
and make sure, man, listen, man, when y'all watching my man do his thing on this joint right here, man, don't be reaching out, man, if that paper ain't right, man. I'm telling you, man, don't call with the short paper, dog. For real.
You know they gonna try it though,
Yeah,
Gravy.
but don't stop trying. Lord, don't even talk the small paper. That shit don't work for me. I'm allergic to it.
I'm with you, man. Asking how can folks follow y'all, man?
On the IG, my shit is all the same. Jamal Gravy Willer. It's a lot of fake pages, but you know what I mean? You'll know the real one, Jamal Gravy Willer, on my Facebook and anything else.
Got you. Stevo.
Mine on IG is It's Just Money ENT, and on Facebook it's Stevo. It's Just Money ENT, I believe, or Stevo Love, one of the two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to give prayers out to my pops, Big Exy.
Yes,
who made me
sir.
the man I am, you know what I mean? And man, y'all go watch that Trust Nobody too. It's on fire. I mean, everybody talk about it, remind them of Juice.
Amazon Prime, check it.
yeah,
It'll be on Tubi 23rd.
Yeah, Juice.
Come on now.
So y'all stay with it. You know, we working.
You can go to Prime now, though. Go spend that $1.99, man.
Spend that.
It ain't that much.
It's time
Spin
for
that.
that.
Yeah.
Fellas, appreciate y'all coming through this thing, man.
I
Wish y'all
appreciate
nothing
you,
but the
man.
best
We'll be
and much
back with
success.
plenty more.
Be high,
I'm
stay
here
high.
for it. Exactly. I'm here
Yeah.
for it. Be High
Yeah.
Radio Shouted. Gravy, Stevo, holla at
Yeah,
y'all in a
we
minute,
here.
man. We gone.
Gang, gang.